Okay, so here's the deal, guys. It's Sunday, yay! This video is gonna be kind of longer because like the last video that I put up was like only like 18 seconds or whatever, and then the next Friday, which is this upcoming Friday, is going to be kind of short, not too short, but then the Friday after that is going to be definitely another short one. So I'm going to kind of like make this one longer just to make up for all that time. So yeah, I'm going to tell you about the trip I took all the way up to Chicago, because it was like I did it all by myself, and I got to stay with my brother who like lives around Chicago, and so I got to stay at his apartment. And like the reason why I was going up there was because like him, his roommate, and I were all going to go see a Panic at the Disco concert, which was like amazing. And if you can't, like, yesterday, like my throat or like my voice wasn't as good. It was starting to go. I don't know if you guys can tell, and I also don't know how loud I'm talking because my ears are still slightly shot from the concert. But yeah, so like I left on Thursday, so that one video that you saw that was 18 seconds, I was on the train going up to to my brother's apartment around Chicago. I'm just gonna like say like that his apartment's in Chicago because it's pretty close, but it's not exactly in it. So yeah, and so I was just kind of all by myself, which was kind of scary to me. And then, like, I was expecting my train to be here at, like, 8:45, but no, it was, like, 3 hours late, so it was about 11:30, 11:45-ish, which kind of sucked. And so I got to go see my brother about, I don't know, 4:35-ish, around there. Because, yeah, that's about how, like, long it takes on the train. It actually like went pretty fast, considering that I live pretty far away from Chicago. Yeah, and then we went to go eat at this like him and I decided to go eat at this pizza place in Chicago, which was amazing. The pizza there was awesome. It was called like Pete's Pizzas or something. And then we came back to his apartment after that, and we just, like, him, his two roommates that are at his apartment were, like, out in our, like, little living room area. And then I came out with my laptop, and I was just kind of like, hey, what's the password? Because, like, I kind of knew their Wi-Fi name and everything. And they're like, oh, it's this. And then I'm like, okay, thanks. So then we just chilled out for the rest of the night on the computers, or on our computers and whatnot. And then the next day, which was Friday, it was basically the day of the concert, and so yeah, that was a thing. And so we all kind of like got up, did our own thing, and then we my brother and we all like just woke up about 10:30, 11-ish, and we all had breakfast. And then about an hour and a half later, my brother's like, oh, Taylor, do you want to go out to eat for lunch? I'm like, okay, sure, where? He's like, oh, Five Guys, let's go. And I'm like, okay, sure. So I got to eat at Five Guys for lunch, and then like we went back to his apartment, and then we all like chilled out until like about 30:30-ish, and then we like decided to go to the concert because it like takes forever to get to where we were going to go, and we also kind of want to get there early too, and so we can try to get a good spot. And so my brother and his one roommate who was going to the concert, because like yeah, his other roommate didn't really know Panic at the Disco well, so yeah, so we all they had the two of them had a good idea of making turkey sandwiches for like dinner so we can eat it in line, because they didn't allow food on the inside and stuff. So we were like, okay, let's do it. So I had like a turkey and cheese sandwich and in line and stuff, and that was actually kind of good. And then we finally got in, and I did not realize that, or like I knew that I was outside, but I didn't realize that our spots were in the pit. So yeah, it was like in the mosh pit area, and I was like, oh crap. And then we were standing too, so then everyone was like in the way and everything. It was actually really, really fun. And then I think it was like 21 pilots, I think, and then a walk to the moon or something along those lines, who were headlining, and then Panic at the Disco was the last one. And then my knees hurt so bad because like we were standing for like 3.5 hours, so I was like, ah, God, my knees. And then we finally made it to the public transport area, like the it was like a subway-ish type thing. And then we finally made it back to his apartment about 1. And then his roommate apparently went to a party, and he was just like chilling out in the living room and eating nachos at like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And so we all just ate nachos, and then I crashed in my regular clothes. I was like way too tired to like get into my PJs or anything, so I was just like, sleep. And for some reason I like woke up at like 9 and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I was like, crap. So yeah, that was another thing. And so yeah, that was on Saturday. I woke up at like 9, which was sad. And then like my one brother's roommate who went with us, like her voice was completely like shot. She couldn't speak really well at all, and like her hearing was kind of ringing. And like the thing is, like in my like right ear, my like everything was still kind of muffled. It's still kind of muffled in both ears, but it's definitely prominent in my right. And then yeah, so what we did was, like, instead of like going out to do anything, my brother's roommate and my brother and I, we all just kind of like stayed at his apartment and played video games and watched TV. And then my brother decided to go out and get some Popeyes and bring back to the apartment and just eat it. And yeah, and it was so much fun because we were playing Crash Team Racing and Crash Tag Team Racing. Oh my god, it was so much fun. But yeah, I think that was about it. Oh yeah, and then like about 4-ish, I had like him and I, or like brother and I, went to like the train station, and we were like transporting to it because it took like about an hour, and then we waited for like about a half hour for my train to arrive. And so then my train left about 5:15, and then I finally made it home about 10. So I'm like, yay! And I was like finally home. And yeah, that is definitely it. And this is a long video, and I will see you guys on Friday, which isn't too long from now, like 5 days. So yeah, see you guys. Bye.